And it's my honor. This is year 5 for me at Farragut, but I've been blessed to work with Mrs. Susan Horn as our school board member. Thank you, Susan, for everything. State Representative Jason Zachary. State Senator Becky Duncan Massey. County Commissioner John Shoemaker. Town of Farragut Mayor Ron Williams. Vice Mayor Louise Pavlin. Alderman Drew Burnett. And the big guy behind me is actually County Mayor Glenn Jacobs.
I'm not evaluating you or anything.
I appreciate it. He's not evaluating, but he funds the school system. We can do that one more time. No. I need a pay raise. Farragut High School administration, and some are here and some are all around this facility today. 12th grade and Academy of Business Assistant Principal Mrs. Valerie Wilson. 11th grade and Academy of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Assistant Principal Mrs. Kara Vaughn. 10th grade and Academy of Health and Human Services Assistant Principal Dr. Rob Spees. Anchor Academy Assistant Principal Mr. Patrick Bethel. And Mr. Austin Bilbrey is around here also. I believe we have 2 former Farragut High School administrators, Mr. Dwayne Simmons and Mr. Brad Smith. Also here today, and I'll introduce him in a few minutes, is Colonel Rick Coleman. We will start our ceremony in about 5 minutes.
I think it'll be a good situation.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you built a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, where I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. When that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain, but until my moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I I lived. I swear I live every broken bone. I swear I
evening. My name is Kate Bruce, and I have had the amazing honor of being the 2024 class president. Joining me on stage are the class officers, Sarah Lynn, Riley Cassidy, and Anand Patel. On behalf of the students and staff of Farragut High School, we would like to welcome you to the class of 2024 commencement ceremony.
Today's ceremony marks 4 years of hard work, dedication, and commitment.
We are grateful to you for being here today to celebrate their achievements.
At this time, would everyone please stand for the presentation of colors by the Farragut High School Navy JROTC Color Guard. Please remain standing for the national anthem and the tolling of the bell. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the whole of the
A bell is sounded as a call for help and for a sailor to maintain his or her station. Another bell is sounded when the threat is ended and personnel are to return to quarters. The tolling of the bell is also a means of sending a fallen friend to their final resting place. At this time, we request a moment of silence as we toll the bell in honor of our troops who are stationed all over the world and to honor the memory of all who have been called home. Thank you. Please be seated.
Good evening. As we stand here today in front of the friends, family, teachers, and the many others who are here to celebrate the accomplishment that we have dedicated the past 13 years of our lives to achieving, I can't help but think about the feelings that every person is no doubt experiencing at this very moment. Some of us are reflecting fondly on the past, on the friends we've made and cherished, and if this is you right now, then I celebrate with you. Others here are thinking excitedly about the future and are looking forward to never having to see any of these people ever again. And if this is you right now, then I celebrate with you also. But whether you are thinking about the past or the future, I think we can all agree on the importance of appreciating and celebrating the present and the accomplishments that have gotten us here. As I was reflecting on my own past 4 years at Farragut High School, I was reminded of a short story that I read just next door at Farragut Middle School, written by Sandra Cisneros, named 11. The beginning of that short story goes like this. What they don't understand about birthdays and what they never tell you is that when you're 11, you're also 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And when you wake up on your 11th birthday, you expect to feel 11, but you don't. You open your eyes and everything's just like yesterday, only it's today. And you don't feel 11 at all. You feel like you're still 10. And you are, underneath the year that makes you 11. The story is about how we as people are products of all the people we have ever been. Like when you say something stupid, that's the part of you that's still 10. Or sometimes you get sad and you just need to have a good cry, and that's the part of you that's 5. Or some days are just not your day, and you are filled with the all-consuming rage that possesses you at the ripe age of 2. This morning, I woke up on the biggest day of the past 4 years of my life, graduation. But I didn't feel any different than I did yesterday or the day before that. And if you're anything like me, then you probably felt the same. And at the beginning of this school year, I didn't feel like a senior either. I still felt like a junior, like I was still in 11th grade. And under 11th grade was 10th grade, and under 10th grade was 9th. And underneath that was the very first day that I ever walked into Farragut High School. On that first day, 4 years ago, we walked into the gym, and one by one, we took off our masks and had our picture taken. The picture that ended up in our very own official Farragut High School ID card. Now, they conveniently forgot to mention that this would be the only ID card we would ever get, or believe me, I would have done a few things differently. Today, when we look back at these cards, if we even still have them, our first instinct is to judge the people we used to be. We look back and see all of our flaws. We look back and we are so glad that we are not the person on this card anymore. But we must remember that we got to where we are today, not in spite of the people we used to be, but because of the people we used to be. We cannot celebrate the people of today without thanking the people of yesterday. We sit here today confident and ready for what lies ahead because 4 years ago, we were scared and quite literally walking in circles as we tried our best to distinguish green from green and orange from orange. We sit here today surrounded by familiar faces, but just 4 years ago, those faces were foreign, hidden behind a sea of masks as we, desperate for connection, learned how to read eyes the way we used to read lips. We, as the class of 2024, are living proof that those who are forced by circumstance to grow on uneven ground can still grow just as tall, and in many cases, even taller, than those who didn't have the misfortune of starting high school in the midst of a global pandemic. So as we look back at 4 years worth of accomplishments, we owe our thanks to the people who we used to be, the people who still exist beneath the people who we have become. But today is not just a day of celebration for ourselves, but for every single person who helped us get here. We say thank you, not only to ourselves, but to every person who sacrificed their time, patience, and at times, sanity, to push us further than we ever thought we could go. I speak now not only to the parents, teachers, and family members here today who we have come to know and love, but also to the people you've been along the way, before you were parents, before you were teachers, and before we were lucky enough to call you family. I speak to you as you were at our age, full of uncertainties and unsure of what the future held. I speak to you on the days full of doubt, on the days full of trials. I speak to you on the days when we didn't make it easy for you, and on the days when you didn't make it easy for us. And on behalf of the class of 2024, I say to you now, thank you, and you did it. I hope you know that we are just as proud of you as we know you are proud of us. But there is one last person who still needs to be addressed, and this person affects everybody here today, whether you're graduating or not. This is a person who you haven't met yet, but you will. In fact, you're going to meet this person throughout your life. You're going to meet a version of this person in 5 years and a version of this person in 1. You are going to meet a version of this person when you wake up tomorrow. This person is the future you. Renowned anthropologist Jane Goodall once said, "What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." Now, I'm no philosopher, but if I were to build onto that quote, it would be this: what you do defines who you are, and you have to decide what kind of person you want to be. Jane Goodall understood that everything we do makes a difference, even the decision to do nothing at all. The future you has made a difference, but what kind of difference is up to you. At least that's what influential American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson believed when he said this famous quote: "The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be." So as we look to the future, and as we decide what kind of difference we are going to make and what kind of person we are going to be, I leave you with one final choice. A choice that will stay with you moving forward, just as our 11 and 5 and even 2-year-old selves have stayed with us even now. You get to choose who the future you is going to be today. Choose wisely. Thank you, and congratulations.
The boy, the mole, the fox, and the horse. When I think of Farragut High School, I now think of this book by Charlie Mackesy. It's not your typical narrative, it's snippets of conversations between 4 characters that I think every single one of us will be able to connect with. It starts with a boy, alone, and lost on a journey to get home. But then, he meets a mole. The mole asks him, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" For us, this may be becoming a doctor, an artist, serving in the military, or becoming a teacher. But for the boy, he said, "Kind." And in turn, the boy asked the mole, "What do you think success is?" Maybe for us, we may define success as getting into our dream college, or running to be the first in line during food truck rallies, or protecting the rock before playing the Bulldogs. But for the mole, when asked what success is, the mole said, "To love and to have some cake." Then together, the boy and the mole meet the fox caught in an animal trap. They help him out of the snare, and the mole says, The greatest freedom we have is how we react to things. For us, graduates, we all may begin to see ourselves in each of these characters now. Just like the boy, we came into our first year of high school completely lost and isolated. Are we in the red or yellow wing? No clue. And even today, are we in the 2500s or 2600s? Still no clue. But since day one, walking around the circular halls of FHS, we have discovered our greatest freedom in reacting to the world in a good way, despite entering high school in a pandemic. In the last 4 years, according to the one and only Jack Tate, we have had over 20 state championships in both sports and academics, 50 band, orchestra, and choir performances, and over 100,000 cans of food delivered to local food pantries, and so much more. But it doesn't end here for us, nor does it end here for the boy, the mole, and the fox. They still go on and meet the horse, who is gentle and encouraging. The horse asks them an important question. We all need a reason to keep on going. What's yours? What is yours? It could be the same as the fox, new friends. These are the ones that you stand with in the commons between class change, or even the ones that you don't know that hold the door open for you at 8:29 right before the bell. It could be the same as the boy, getting home. That might be somewhere in FHS, such as the piano downstairs that always seems to be playing, or somewhere you hope to visit after learning all about it during World Cultures Night. Or it could be the same as the mole, cake, like the cafeteria birthday cookies or our beloved Starbucks runs. But for the wise horse, he says, I've discovered something better than cake. And he says, a hug, because it lasts longer. And with that, for one last assignment for the class of 2024, don't worry, this is not going in Canvas or Aspen. I want you to hug and thank the people around you today. Hug the ones sitting next to you from your advisory classes. Hug your teachers that would stay after school almost every day to help you with something like integrals. Shout out to Mr. Golich. Hug your coaches, your club sponsors. Miss Blankenship, I wouldn't be standing here without you. And all the spectacular admin and staff and teachers that have made Farragut High School a home for all 500 of us. Hug your family. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and Michael, for everything you have sacrificed and for your unwavering support and yummy food. Hug your best friends. You guys know who you are. And don't forget to hug everyone who came out to support you today and yourselves for all the hard work you've put in. Remembering the wise words of the mole, our greatest freedom is to react to something like this, an end of 13 years of school, and do something good, even if it's just as simple as a hug. Because when the boy first met the mole said, I am so small. And the boy said, yes, but you make a huge difference. Like Jane Goodall has said, what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Which is why today, I want each of us to know that we are leaving Farragut High School for more than what we've done, but for who we are. Admirals that act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly. So for one last time, I'd love to do the announcements. Good morning, Farragut High School. Here are the announcements for today. Calling all seniors. I hope you embrace your greatest freedoms and decide to make a good difference. I hope you find success in loving and being kind. I hope you find your home, eat a slice of cake, and hug the people around you. I hope you always remember to find wisdom in the simplest things. And that's all the announcements for today, Admirals. Congratulations and have a great National Class of 2024 Day. Please welcome Class of 2024 Principal Valerie Wilson.
Please welcome to the stage our valedictorian, Benji Cho, and our salutatorian, Daniel Kahn. Valedictorian Benji Cho is graduating as the co-captain of the Farragut High School tennis team. Although he did not participate in any clubs during senior year, Benji was a member of the Science Olympiad team for 3 years and Origami Club for 2 years. He won first place at Cy Ollie State in 2022, first place at TSA for Data Science and Analytics in 2023, and district and regional championships this year for tennis. Outside of school, he conducted a personal climate research project, receiving recognition from National Geographic and acceptance for publication in a student journal. Last summer, Benji attended the Notre Dame Leadership Seminars, served on the Knox County Youth Health Board, and volunteered at local shelters to aid in animal care. He also earned the semi-pro title in Valorant, spending 25 hours a week gaming during the school year. This summer, Benji is traveling to Colorado for a research competition, and he plans to try out for an esports team. He is taking his talents to the University of Pennsylvania, where he hopes to earn a degree in finance. Salutatorian Daniel Kahn is graduating as co-president of Hospital Helping Hands, in addition to his roles as treasurer of National Honor Society and secretary of Anatomy Club. In the local Knoxville community, Daniel serves as a representative on the Knox County Health Department's Youth Health Board. He is also completing an internship as a student learning mentor at Bricky McLeod Elementary School in the Gear Up for STEM program, where he guides students as they inquire in the upcoming generation of STEM professionals. In the summer of 2022, he also received a merit scholarship to attend the Governor's School for the Sciences and Engineering at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. Daniel has received several accolades, ranging from his recent designation as a National Merit Scholar to research-based awards from Oak Ridge National Laboratory. This summer, he plans to spend time with family and travel. Daniel will attend the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, where he plans to major in biochemistry and cellular and molecular biology in the Chancellor's Honors Program. His ultimate goal is to champion equity in healthcare as a future interventional cardiologist. We have many students with achievements beyond our valedictorian and salutatorian. You may have noticed the notations by students' names in the program. A student who has earned graduating with distinction by attaining a B average and completing at least one of the following: earn a national and/or state recognized industry certification, participate in at least one of the governor's schools, participate in one of the state's all-state musical organizations, be selected as a national merit finalist or semifinalist, attain a score of 31 or higher composite score on the ACT or the SAT equivalent, attain a score of 3 or higher on at least 2 advanced placement exams, successfully complete the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program, or earn 12 or more semester hours of transcripted post-secondary credit. A student who has earned an honors diploma has scored at or above all of the subject readiness benchmarks on the ACT or equivalent score on the SAT. A student who has earned and National Industry Certification is a credential recognized by business and industries at local, state, or national levels. A student who has earned the seal of biliteracy has demonstrated proficiency in English and one or more other world languages. Students wearing the white collared stole are National Honor Society members. And students wearing the white stole with the acorn earned the AP capstone. There are many other cords of distinction, including National Technical Honor Society, Marketing and Business Academy, National German Honor Society, Senior Board, National Art Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Spanish Honor Society, Latin Honor Society, French Honor Society, Admiral Performing Arts Company, Tri-M National Music Honor Society, Science Academy, National Industry Certification, and students with parents in the military. Now we welcome Dr. Bartlett back to address the class of 2024.
Before we proceed, a couple things. I want to recognize just a few people. If you're a teacher or a principal or school employee of any elementary or middle school that one of these students attended, please stand and be recognized. We understand as we sit here watching our students graduate that this is a culmination of 13 years of people pouring their life into each and every one of these students. If you're a parent or grandparent of one of our students, please stand and be recognized and remain standing. Okay, students, here's the deal. You have like 30 seconds to stand up and yell to your parents that you love them. Ready? On three. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Hey, before you sit down, students, we got other things to do. Grab your phone. Y'all got your phone on you, I know that. Hey, you've got another 30 seconds. Take the selfie. That's going to happen. Might as well take it now. Okay, you got about 10 seconds. Okay, now we're going to get back to work. Y'all have a seat. Now, students, I get to recognize you for a second. This year, our school boasts of 17 National Merit finalists. By the way, that's over 50% of all the county, including all the private schools, are right here. – 16 National Merit Commended Scholars. And a flash forward, I think the junior class may have beat you. They may have 35 commended so far. I think that's the number. So just, sorry. If you've been recognized as a National Merit or National Merit finalist or commended scholar, please stand and be recognized. Have a seat. This year, Farragut High School has 3 students recognized by the College Board receiving the National African American Recognition Award, 4 students recognized with the National Hispanic Recognition Award, and 1 student recognized with the National Indigenous Award. If you're one of these students, please stand. Congratulations, we are very proud of you. If you've completed over 20 hours of community service during your time at Farragut High School, please stand. This group of seniors accounts for over 33,000 hours of community service. Great job. You can sit. If you played in the band, orchestra, or sang in the choir for all 4 years at Farragut High School, please stand. Thank you. Farragut High School has 26 students that attended governor schools during their high school career. If you're one of these students, please stand. If you've earned an industry certification such as CIW, Microsoft Office, or any other industry certification, please stand. I don't have that final number, but it's a lot. Congratulations. 92% of you qualify for the Tennessee Hope Scholarship, meaning you have a 21 or above on the ACT, or you have a 3.0 on your GPA. If you qualify for the Hope Scholarship, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. If you're a recipient and plan on using the Tennessee Promise Scholarship by attending one of Tennessee's community colleges next year, please stand. At last count, we have 139 students who will be attending one of Tennessee's community colleges for no cost using the Tennessee Promise. Great job. If you've received any other scholarship, whether it be community-based or school-based, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the current tally is over $43 million of scholarships for this class. At this time, if Colonel Rick Coleman would join me on stage. This year, we have several students that will be attending one of the United States Service Academies. Would Jack Alley and Michael Delph please come to the stage? What happened to your hair?
It's going to be gone.
Let's see. I'll say something about Michael in a second.
Okay. Hey, Michael. Good to see you. So I'm going to say just something really quick about Jack, and then Dr. Bartlett will talk about Michael. So I am the Air Liaison Officer for the United States Air Force Academy, and it's my pleasure to represent the Air Force and my privilege to present an appointment to the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado, to Jack Alley. Of the over 10,500 applicants, Jack was one of 1,200 selected for the class of 2028. Jack will join the long blue line, becoming an outstanding leader of character in the world's greatest Air Force. Jack will take part in a wide variety of programs, including flying aircraft, free fall parachuting, competitive athletics, he's going to play football, military training, and foreign exchange programs around the world. At the same time, he will be earning his Bachelor of Science degree in Business Management to become an acquisition officer in the Air Force. Jack is going to be a graduate of the United States Air Force Academy in 2028. So on behalf of the President of the United States, Jack Alley is hereby appointed as a cadet in the United States Air Force Academy. Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Thank you.
So I don't have anything official to read, but I want to say this about both of them. I love both these young men. They're men of high character. They've worked extremely hard to get here. And I'm super proud of them. Michael Delph is going to the United States Military Academy at West Point. Wait. Where Michael will become an Army officer after he completes his studies. He's signed to play baseball, but more importantly, he is a man of honor and integrity, and I am super proud to be able to call him sir. Thank you. On top of our two young men going into the academies, we have 5 young people who have committed and signed that bottom line to join the United States military. If you 5 would please stand and be recognized. There is no greater calling but to serve your country. The class of 2024 has 6 Eagle Scouts. If you're one of those students, please stand. It's my great pleasure to introduce the Farragut High School staff. They work tireless to make sure every student has the opportunity for a world-class education. Would the FHS staff please stand and remain standing? Students, undoubtedly, many of these staff members have made an impact in your life. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to go say hi to them, shake their hand, give them a hug, and tell them how much they mean to them. Try to hit three or four faculty members. You have about 4 minutes. Go.
It's what you get a drink. It's perfect. Good time.
He didn't know what to do. He's like, what do I do now?
Hey, that's really cool.
What?
Right here.
Down there. So what will happen is you stand next to right here. Don's here, and everybody else is really off stage down there as it comes down. That's good.
Say that again. Yeah.
Gonna go down off stage. All right, come here, BGW.
Great job of catching people. If Powell was raining, it was like he was the slick on. He was our safety man.
What are we gonna do?
We moved Ellen Steve and Paul Kelly last night. Well, we had Monday open for makeup and stuff.
Just to know.
It was looking kind of rough, and we didn't have any other. We had to do it last night. So it's good. Well, it looks really. This next week looks really good. Except Friday, a chance for rain, but that's our last night, no matter what it does.
Thank you so much.
Because it's Memorial Day weekend, no one's going to be in town. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it'll be good. Yeah, we just had some crazy distance cover because this whole year, a west view. Oh yeah, it's I'm like, I'm like, good thing is Carter close to my house. The bad thing is the big car. That's literally as far as you could possibly get. Yeah, there's no easy way in the car.
Students, if you can make your way back to your seat. Now you're cutting into my speech time. You know that doesn't matter. Students, when you're a freshman, I promised you 3 things and demanded 2 things. I promised you we would, 1, push you harder academically than you've ever been pushed. I hope that happened. 2, prepare you for your next step. And 3, love you well. I demanded 2 things from you every day. A great attitude. I told you your attitude is like the shirt you put on. In the morning, you get to choose that attitude. And great effort. I told you that was just like turning the volume up on your radio. You get to choose your effort. During the last 4 years, I saw your effort and attitude manifest every day, and I'm proud of you. The other day, I was in a classroom. I told several of you guys that I love you. When I did, I got a real strange look from somebody. It was a look that says, "How can you love me? You really don't even know me." Let me give you a definition. I think it's important. The Greeks explained love with several different meanings, one of which was the most idealistic and highest form of love, agape love. The definition, this love is selfless, unconditional, and bigger than ourselves. Agape can be defined as the unselfish concern for the welfare of others. It doesn't require a biological bond or a romantic relationship. It just is. There's nothing to question about this universal love. How you feel about a person, or all living things for that matter, you just love them without expecting anything in return. It's probably the purest type of love. Class of 24, I love you guys with the agape love, and I'm proud of you. Y'all are clapping, but that's just the warm-up. You've heard said, to whom much is given, much is required. If you've not heard that before, I'm going to say it again, and you've heard it again. To whom much is given, much is required. Essentially, that statement is an expectation of those that have been given something, given much, and what they are to do with that much. You may say, Dr. B, I've not been given anything. You don't know my life. You don't know how hard things can be. To which I can say, I do. But that's not what it's talking about when it's talking about what you're given. See, each of you have been given a world-class education. Each of you have been given permission and an opportunity to be the best you can be. Each of you have been given a country that gives you that opportunity every single day. For some of you, that's not your story. You've been given a lot. A student once looked at me as she's writing her UT speech and say, I didn't overcome obstacles. I've been given everything. Maybe that was the typical West Knoxville story. But she's still been given the opportunity to be grateful. Still been given the opportunity and skills. Still been given talents. To whom much is given, much is required. Now for the requirements. What is required? You can do a general list, work hard, be nice, all this stuff. But let me give you 2 questions. These are two questions I want you to remember for the rest of your life, and you won't remember my speech, so parents, remind them of these two questions. One, what breaks your heart? What breaks your heart? Going through life, your life will be defined by that question, that simple question. Technically, both questions. What breaks your heart, and what are you going to do about it? You see that what breaks your heart taps into your passions. Is it someone sitting on the side of the road begging for food? Is it someone throwing plastics in the ocean? Is it, like somebody told me today, not being able to purchase the clothes you want? Please don't have that be the only thing that breaks your heart. Is it somebody that struggles with drug and alcohol abuse? Here's what breaks my heart. It's when students don't realize their potential. When students don't know they were created with purpose. When students don't know how special they are. That's what breaks my heart. So my question is, what are you going to do about it? I can't answer that question for you. Only you can. Don't be satisfied with the saying, it is what it is. Look at what breaks your heart and fix it. Be a contributor. Take your talents, your opportunities, and fix it. This is your world. This is your opportunity. Class of 2024, I love you, and I'm proud of you. Not for what you've done, but for who you are. Dr. Reiswick and Mrs. Horn, members of the board, distinguished guests, these members of the class of 2024 have worked hard over the past 4 years to amass the credits necessary to earn a diploma from Knox County Schools and Farragut High School. That is why it's with great pleasure that I present the class of 2024 to you for your recognition. Having examined and confirmed all available records, the students gathered here today are eligible and worthy to receive their diplomas from Knox County Schools. At this time, I welcome Mr. Josh Nelson and Ms. Anna Arapakis to the stage as they'll be reading names. Dr. Reiswick, Mrs. Horn, I present to you the students of Farragut High School's class of 2024.
Hold on. Give me your card. Give me your card. I got Benjamin Donghyun Cho. Danyal Khan. Caitlin Suzanne Bruce. Sarah Campbell Lynn. Riley Nicole Cassidy.
Anand Ashish Patel. William David Cabanis. Michelle Jiaying Lin. Audrey Grace Loudon. Riley Faith Brown. Sarah Sofia Camacho Gomez. Kathleen Maria Cook. Leo Joseph Davis. Ella Dean Fago. Madeline Gao. Braden William Harville. Olivia Grace Holmes. Maya Rose Johnston. Elliot James Mandel. Kara Addison Mink. Berkeley Edward Nero. Riley Kate Reagan. Walker Land Reagan. Kaylee Elizabeth Schafnacher. Anthony Michael Spadafora. Brevin Michael Schwarzentruber. Hannah Sienna Taylor. Carly Morgan Vining. Parker Lee Willis. Iris Gao Ya.
Alexander Cole Adaman. Jaehong An. Morgan Taylor Alberding. Haroon Fadi Al-Khatib. Cooper Simon Alleman. Jack Thomas Alley. Sarah Isam Al-Bashawahi. Carrie Elin An. Madison Elizabeth Andrews. Anusha Anil. Afia Marie Ansik. Bashar Saad Akkad. Sage Autumn Arlington. Alexis Grace Asbury. Danielle Page Astorga. Caitlin Lee Atwill. Riley Reese Baker. Braden Jeffrey Bazak. Tyler Morgan Barnes. Gavin Christopher Barnes. Luke Anthony Bass. Lillian Joy Beal. Sawyer T. Michael Beckman. Kira Lee Benchabit. Jackson William Bennett. William Cooper Bergeson. Christopher Nicholas Blum. Audrey Ash Bloom.
Eleanor Jane Bourget. Caden Zion Bohannon. Noah Elisha Bohannon. Peyton Chase Bolin. Blakely Lynn Bowles. Brianna Faith Booth. Charles Taylor Bozeman. Mia Renee Bradley. Connor Stephen Branson. Josephine Nancy Braun. Gavin Michael Brewer. David Anthony Broda. Gabriel J. Brooks. Gabriel Francis Broussard. Brian Evan Brown. Sienna DeLiz Brown. Lucas Tate Buckner. Robert Charles Burkett. Samuel Brooks Burnett. Abigail Blake Busby. Jose Richard Bias. Adam James Cagle. Jude Elias Capps. Manhattan Leah Carlin. J. Bailey Carr. John Luis Carino Medina. Rihanna Sky Carty. Mohsen Ali Charara. Iris Chen. Porter Allen Cherry.
Thank you again for doing that. Ayon Cho. Dallas Grant Christenberry. Blaine Peterson Clower. Sahinish Joanna Coffey. Dominic Conforti. Elena Rose Conger. Anna Reagan Corbett. Amelia Ann Cornwell. Shaylin Marie Cox. Elliot Michelle Creasy. Evan Watson Culver. Caden Christopher Cummings. Emma Marie Cunningham. Harrison Matthew Cunningham. Laura Darlene Cunningham. Aaliyah Kira Corelli. Ada Charlotte Dalton. Shaylee Michaela Daniel. Jacob Edward Derudy. Avery Jensen Davis. Jaden Delaney Davis. Allison Noel Dedman. Anders Stevenson Dietz. William Ryan DeFranco. Michael Taylor Delph. Luis Alberto Dempster. Sage Michaela Durr. Dominic Cooper DeVito. Aubrey Elise Diedrich.
Viet Dai Din. Matthew David Donovan. Rachel Kennedy Drummond. Wyatt James Drummy. Allie Grace Dinkle. Andrew James Duhame. Cameron Joel Duncan. Braden Alexander Ebert. Ahmad Osama El Masidi. Alexandra Sarah El Hedney. Reed Matthew Ellington. Berlin Shay Elliott. Annabelle Riley Ellis. Hannah Mackenzie Enderson. Edgar Estrada Martinez. Eli Michael Evans. Coleman Grant Farley. Maya Diana Farrar. Ethan Patrick Fian. Sanda Fiend. Grace Fung. Jayla Elise Ferguson. Zachariah Russell Ferguson. John Michael Ferriola IV. Audrey Ellen Fay. Anna Claire Fields. Logan Scott Fink. Rhett Myers Flatford. Anna Elizabeth Floyd.
John Michael Faudy. Emma Jacqueline Fox. Nathan Hardy Freeman. Annabeth French. Abigail K. Freshour. Alexa Paige Fretwell. Brooke Ava Frankowitz. Charles Fletcher Fuller. Andrea Renee Galloway. Jessica Josephine Garner. Andrew Luke Garza. Adrian Gatika Lemus. Elijah Carter Gentry. Brendan Michael George Wolberg. Kaylee Brooke George. Alexander Connor Gillen Walters. Sarah Morgan Godbold. Edward Matthew Goffried. Whitney Elizabeth Gahn. Caroline Elise Golobeski. Molly Flynn Golobeski. Tanya Gomez Padilla. Adrian Octavio Gomez. Levi Ezekiel Gonzalez. Justice Evan Gonzalez. Julian Samuel Gorfado. Emily Ann Gornowich. Charles Davis Goss. Mason Lofton Gruby. Anthony Angel Guerrero.
Michael Gigi. Noah Wade Gunter. Lola Grace Haas. Andrew Colin Hall. Braylon Scott Hall. Natalie Tariq Hamden. Abigail Trexler Hammett. Caleb Yunho Han. Austin Richmond Hankins. Cameron Ryan Hansen. Jesse Juhu Howe. Mackenzie Jessica Hardy. Owen Shane Harmon. Jonathan Ty Harper. Evan Hollis Hartzell. Nathan Forsyth Harville. Samuel Curtis Haskins. Landon Carter Hastings. Luna Bella Hayes. Melanie Jean Heyman. Zachary James Hazelton. Matthew Robert Heflin. Ian Nicholas Hellman. Sydney Caroline Henderson. Natalie Ray Henniger. Cynthia Carrie-Mae Hernandez Estrada. Antonio Michael Hernandez. Jared Scott Hernandez. Melina Rose Herrera.
Mackenzie Grace Herring. Timothy Michael Hickman. Sarah J. Hebert. Deborah Rose Hill. James Luke Hill. Jeremiah Cole Hill. McKenna Elizabeth Hill. Seneca Grace Hall. Nolan Lee Hleva. Tin Ga Ho. Nadia Sophie Hakanel. Jordan Ariel Hong. Adam Joseph Hoyman. James Edward Hauk. William Reed Howard. Carly Elena Sexton Howe. Abigail Nicole Holland. Anna Kimberly Wong. Hannah Chang Hong. Martina Elizabeth Hughes. Jacob Cameron Hughesman. Mackenzie Elise Hullett. Leighton Matthew Halsey. Samantha Arumi Hurst. Gavin Michael Hurt. Andrew Robert Hutton. Jiong M. Joshua. Bailey Renee Jeffrey. Ella Margaret Jeske. Benjamin David Johnson.
Daniel Christopher Johnson. Ethan Mitchell Johnson. Janaya Lamika Marie Johnson. Grayson Ray Johnson. Landon Bennett Johnson. Trevor Remy Jones. William James Julius Wilson. Sama Saad Kato. Gabrielle Nicole Calosia. Elaine Wanjiko Kamau. Bhargav Aditya Kamajula. Belinda Grace Conamaguire. Reader Elizabeth Capel. Barbara Kaputsta. Olivia Grace Karich. Leo Alexander Karnitz. Anna Elise Kaufman. Bryson Anna Kiesling. Logan Grace Keene. Sydney Ryan Keene. Trinity Michaela Keaton. Chris Dongho Koom. Gaith Kanan Katab. Alexis Karen Ann King. Lauren Amelia King. Jenna Elizabeth Kivett. Alexis Michelle Koch. Nicholas Miroslav Karnazeski. Emily Danielle Koss.
John Robert Lamans. Caden Elise Langen. Elodie Langlois. Kate Nicole Lathrop. Johan Lay Pape. Mikkel Faith Lehman. Lauren K. Leslie. Jillian Rachel Lochuk. Braxton Thomas Lewis. Mila Janae Lewis. Jose Vincent Layton Ortiz. Michael Minchwin Lee. Aviana Ray Lieb. Chloe Ann Leidy. Elise Liu. Brady Nicole Livingston. Connor Windsor Llewellyn. Troy Braden Lockhart. William Haynes Loveday. Tessa Nicole Loy. Emma Wagner McTavish. Julia Rain Mahar. Melina Rosa Meyer. Anna Marie Manceta Mota. Avery Rose Mandel. Cade Joseph Marshall. Elizabeth Claire Martin. Jack Weston Martin. Natalie Elizabeth Martin.
Caden Joseph Martinez. Caitlin Alexandria Matheny. Julian Grace Mays. Braden Michelle Maynard. Andrew Hills MacArthur. Jaden Hunter McChristian. Keegan Wynn McCoy. Madison Ann McCullough Holloway. Lily Grace McDonnell. Kristen Michelle McDowell. Carson Lawrence McHale Thomas. Jack Carter McKee. Cooper Daniel McLemore. Roger Allen McNear. Haley Marie Metter. Adelaide Ruby Meadows. Dawson James Mercer. Jacoby Baylor Merrick. Raquel Teresa Meza. Timothy Christian Miller. Tobias Matthew Mitchell. Avery Isaiah Moore. Joseph Salvatore Moorhead. Alexander Carl Moran. Beverly Elaine Mortensen. Ella Elizabeth Morton. Brooklyn Jadis Mackenzie Mosley. Madden Jason Mosier.
Kate Nicole Moss. Sarah Gray Moss. Colton P. Mosley. Caleb Grant Moy. Sarah Amber Moyers. Jules Katambo Mugambuzi. Adarsh Muralai Than. Logan Patrick Murphy. Madeline Noel Murphy. Lillian Carter Nagy. Rachel Ann Nash. Ishta Nai. Samantha Rose Nega. Emma Negru. Aiden James Nelson. Megan Linda Nelson. William Andrew Newstead. Ty An Don Gwen. Haley Grace Nichols. Pragya Needy. Justin Ridge Neiman. Gianna Marie Noble. Cole Richard Nodine. Lachlan Tate Nolan. Sava Muhammad Nuruddin. Kenny Nevea Gwen. Cade Francis O'Leary. Sophia Michelle Ort. Nikolai Alexander Oldfield. Yulidi Nalaiva Olvera Silva.
Daniel John Orico. Nail Odessa Caro. Case Jeffrey Pappas. Isha Narendra Patel. Om Nimish Patel. Yogi Sudhir Patel. Nolan Ryan Patterson. Urush Paul. McKenna Nicole Pease. William Alexander Pethel. James Adam Taylor Phillips, Jr. Jillian Lee Phillips. Jet Allen Piper. Emma Grace Pierce. Levi Joseph Pilgrim. Alexandra Rose Podaski. Surya Alagupin Ponuchami. Ori Kel Pope. McKenna Shane Porter. Chase Alexander Potter. Lily Michelle Powers. Addison Lane Presley. Casey Michael Pribish. Shiley Grace Pritchard. Grace Pooh. Matthew David Purvis Jr. Owen Robert Queener. Margaret Christina Rains. Claudia Scout Rainey.
Ryan Elliott Ralston. Abinaya Ramesh. Megan Emily Ramsey. Shashank Ramahalai. Rahim Elijah Sankar Rajid. Abigail Irene Reagan. Ian Joshua Redfield. Benjamin Burkett Reed. Anna Elizabeth Ryman. Kennedy Ann Renfro. Sean Alexander Richards. Marie Chichilla Richardson. William Griffin Rima. Caden Gray Roberts. Noah Austin Retger. Sydney Logan Romer. Erica Romualdo Rafael. Angela Rosa Rosenthal. Leah Rose Roth. Bailey Jane Rudder. Anthony Daniel Scaduto. Riley Edward Scarborough. Walker Landon Schroeder. Stratton Blakely Scott. Grace Elizabeth Seal. Brennan Reed Siegler. Ariana Marie Shalkowski. Frederick Conway Sharkey. Weston Christopher Sharp.
Allison Elizabeth Eileen Shagog. Jordan Andrew Shepard. Emily Jane Schilling. Delaney Alyssa Schrader. Owen Samuel Schuster. Peyton Andrew Simmons. Vivon Singvi. Chloe Elizabeth Skibo. Ethan Harrison Sloan. Ashlyn Claire Smith. Aubrey Nicole Smith. Ava Helena Smith. Eli Moss Smith. Ethan James Smith. Jude Thomas Smith. Rylan Joshua Smith. Stanton Davis Smith. Maximilian Christian Smidra. Ruben Christopher Sones. Claudio Mongo Song Mengele. Nathaniel James Sowers. Emma Lily Spears. Rebecca Shyla Speth. Elise Diane Sprague. Dana Guajing Stelthakis. Bradley Aiden Stevenson. Mason Finley Stowell. Morgan Elizabeth Studebaker. Armani Donatello Sukinik.
Carson Emily Summers. John Keith Somerville. Anaya Suresh. Elizabeth Sophia Serena. Luke Price Swaggerty. Delaney Wade Sweet. Tia May Switzer. Lalitha Vasuki Fani Sri Tadikonda. Haruki Takahuchi. Bayu Benjamin Tan. Lily Helena Tate. Vaishnavi Sri Tathanini. Rylan Luke Teagarden. Moshmi Firdu Marin. Jonah William Thomas. Ethan Scott Thompson. John Vincenci Ferreira Tiernan. Madeline Taylor Tilley. Mateo Elijah James Tonis. Ian Lawrence Togerson. Joshua Evan Tolk. Kate Susanna Toe. Lauren Mackenzie Turner. Mackenzie Claire Turner. Anthony Ray Julian. Zane Weston Unger. Christian Valentino. Aiden Matthew Vanacker. Sophia Allison Vance.
Harrison Paul Vandergriff. Riley Danielle Varner. Mallory Abigail Veith. Yoslin Velasquez. Nicholas Verano. Meredith Grace Voss. Ryan Anthony Wallace. Zane Anthony Weeks. Liliana Jolie Welch. Zoe Claire Weller. Grayson Taylor Whitehead. Eleanor Ruth Williams. Thomas Martin Williamson. Sarah Grace Wing. Malin Grace Woods. Macy Campbell Wright. Hennessy Heather Wu. Gino Amarciano Weigel. Haley Elizabeth Yeager. Nicholas Honing Yan. Meredith Reese Young. Alyssa Zishuan Jiao. Ryan Michael Zinzi. Vincent Byron Bostic. Emma Catherine Gardner. Malik Assad Hamed. Kai Ezekiel Jacob Wallace.
Let's give them a round of applause. Y'all have a seat. I've got like 3 more minutes. And Mr. Nelson, Miss Sarah Packus, thank you very much. I'm gonna go off script because I just might as well. We've got some students here that will be competing for our school and state tournament in spring fling. If you're one of those students, please stand up. We've got track and baseball, and we've got tennis, and we've got a couple other things, so good luck, go get them. As the choir comes up, at Farragut High School, we have a standard of excellence. We have a definition of what it means to be a Farragut Admiral. Definition simply, they understand it, they've had it, they've heard it for 4 years. Live justly. By living justly, seeking to do the right thing even when others don't do it. And to stand for injustice, stand against injustice, even when it's unpopular. To love mercy and kindness. Forgiveness is at the heart of mercy and kindness. It's unconditional. It is withholding punishment when somebody deserves punishment. It is forgiving. It's loving mercy and loving kindness. Last, walk humbly. We tell students it's not enough to treat others like you want to be treated. You're to treat them better than you want to be treated. That's walking humbly. Students, that's the standard.
Oh,
As we're coming to a close, I need to give some instructions, directions. Students, in a few minutes, you're going to recess with anchors away. We'd start with the center row, walk out, and then everybody follow like that. When you get done recessing, please go to the baseball facility and get your diploma. If you will look at your diploma cover, it's empty. You're not done yet. I still have your diploma. So you'll listen the next 30 seconds. Now, you're going to do that and get your diploma. Then come back out. Parents, we ask that you let them get their diploma before they come back out on the field for pictures. At that time, they can come back and get pictures. But we need to go ahead and get them their diploma as quickly as possible. So please stay in the stands until they get a chance to go to the baseball facility. In a few minutes, I'm going to tell you to turn your tassels and then get ready to throw your hats. Wait until I say go to throw that hat. Students, please stand. Students, when I was a child, we played tag in school. We'd run around and tagging each other, and whoever got tagged was it. Their job was to tag somebody else. Sometimes we played freeze tag, and you get tagged and you had to stand until somebody unfroze you. Sometimes we played combat tag. Teachers didn't like that too much, as it involved tackling the other person instead of tagging the other person. It was more fun. Whether you're being tagged because you're it, or you're being tagged to be unfrozen, or you suffer a few bruises and bumps. Just depends on the rules of the game. However, the rules of the game in this society are easy. It's your turn. Tag, you're it. Students of the class 2024, the turning of tassels represents both the last step of your journey as high school students and the first step of your next adventure as you leave high school beyond. It is my honor, class of 2024, to ask you to take that last step and turn your tassel. Students, please take your hat off. If you're so inclined, when I say go, throw it as high as you can throw it. Ready? On three. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's go home.